I thought growing on YouTube would be easy, and I was right. It just took me 2 years of wasting time to figure it out. This is my 308th YouTube video that I've posted, and a lot of people don't know that prior to this, I had a podcast that absolutely nobody was listening to whereas I uploaded over 100 episodes of it on YouTube, and I could have gotten to this point 2 years faster if I just knew these 10 things that I'm going to break down with you in this video. And it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you're just going to waste years of time, energy, and effort, just like I wasted years of time, energy, and effort. So if you just want to waste the most limited resource and asset that you actually own in your entire existence on planet Earth, go ahead and do that. But seriously, I posted over 100 episodes of a podcast that nobody cared to listen to before I started what I'm currently doing on YouTube. So I guess I could have titled this video, I've posted 400 videos instead of 300, but I don't consider that podcast YouTube videos because I was just doing them for the first 2 of these 10 reasons that I'm going to break down, because this is really holding back a lot of creators out there. And that's why a lot of creators aren't able to actually leverage a small YouTube channel to build a successful business, because now I wake up actually excited like it's Christmas morning, looking forward to what I do each and every single day, because I'm actually currently moving now within my purpose and helping other people just like all them monetize their own intellectual property and move within their purpose as well. So I guess I'm thankful for those 2 wasted years of 100 plus episodes of a podcast, because it led to this. So the thing that's stopping most creators on YouTube, for one, is that they think that people care when nobody cares. And this is a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. So nobody cares at first, and that's okay, because you got to think how humans are. A lot of this stuff just comes down to basic human psychology, and everybody, including yourself, is self-serving first. So people, they're not thinking about your content, they're thinking about how your content can benefit themselves. They're thinking about themselves first. So prior, when I had 100 something episodes of a podcast that I was uploading on YouTube that nobody cared about, I was just creating them from the sense of, people care about what I have to say. I have something to say and people want to hear what I gotta say. That's not the case at all. People, they're thinking of themselves first. And everybody is out here making content that they want to post instead of realizing that an audience that wants something already exists. And if you simply just make the stuff that they want, the algorithm is going to place what you're making for them, because that's all that it's designed to do. A lot of people don't know that YouTube's origin is not from what it is today. The creators of YouTube originally created YouTube to be a dating site. And if you think about a dating site, what is it? It simply just has a pool of people over here with certain interests, and then a pool of people over here with certain interests. And then all that they want to do is match these people together so they find love. Well, once they started to see what YouTube was actually being used for, they were like, oh, people aren't using our dating site. They actually tried to pay women to use the dating site. They weren't using it. But once they started to see what it was actually being used for, they just pivoted, but they kept the fundamentals of the dating site. They kept the foundation of the dating site to simply just being a matchmaking service. So this is still pretty much the same. You have a pool of people over here that have an interest, and then a pool of people over here, or let me correct myself, actually, not a pool of people. You have a pool of people over here that have an interest, and then you have a pool of videos over here that talk about certain things that people are interested in. And then all that YouTube wants to do is match the right people with the right video so they can make money. Because if people aren't watching videos that they want to watch, then advertisers aren't going to pay for all these ads that you skip in between all the videos and stuff. That's how YouTube makes money. Well, the number one thing that was holding me back, that is holding so many aspiring contentpreneurs back, is that they don't realize that nobody cares about them. Who are you? That's normal. But as you start to build the know, like, and trust factor by making stuff that people actually want to watch, so now the algorithm knows who to place your content in front of, then people will actually start to care about what you have to say because you built the connection through the screen. But also, to take it a level deeper, something else that really holds people back also is that they're thinking that their friends and their family and their loved ones is going to care. Well, guess what? They don't care either. So your family, your friends, they're not going to understand the journey that you're going on. It's not going to make sense to a lot of people. So many people, they have this stuff backwards and they get unmotivated because they're like, oh, they don't believe in me. They don't see my vision. They don't see my dream. They're not supposed to. As long as you can see your vision, as long as you don't lose sight of your vision, that's the only thing that matters. And then along the way, once they actually start to see that you're becoming successful at what you've been working at, then they'll start to care. Just like the audience will start to care. And what typically starts to happen is, just like the audience and everybody in your circle, your friends, your family, your loved ones and whatnot, they start to see you having success, and then they'll all start asking how you did it. Nobody cares until you become the winner. That's just how it works. But then you have to be thinking about it and coming from it from a standpoint of not being jaded about it, and be willing to share the information once asked. So many people don't realize that nobody doesn't believe in them because they haven't became what it is that they talk about so much yet. They're just talking about it, but they're looking for you to be the first person to make a change to where they can actually get inspired from it. That's how this stuff goes. One of my mentors, he told me to stop trying to tell everybody what I know and how they can improve their lives and make more money and build these businesses and whatnot. He said, stop trying to tell everybody stuff. You're just wasting your breath. They ain't gonna listen to you. Because if you knew so much about what you were talking about, why are you sitting here in the same position as me? And once he told me that, I was like, that makes perfect sense. He said, so just work, become it. And when they ask, be willing to share the information. That's what I do now. So the sooner that you realize that nobody cares yet, then you'll lose a lot of that either animosity or feelings, whatever it is inside, and you'll just create. Now, another reason that's holding a lot of people back, and myself as well, was number two, which is that just posting is bad advice. You hear so many people say, just post, and it sounds good, it sounds inspirational, and a lot of people are actually being consistent at just posting, just like I was just posting a podcast for multiple years. If you go back, if you look at my YouTube channel, you categorize it from latest or oldest, you'll see a pretty much clear night and day change starting from January 30th, 2024. I was just posting one podcast per week, and then I was like, okay, I need to up my frequency, and I started to post 2 podcasts per week for 2 entire years, and I was just posting, thinking that being consistent was going to help me grow. No, it wasn't. I was just posting. Just posting is incomplete advice. So you can't just post blindly. You need to do your homework and then study what actually works, so you can move from a sense of you know what to do instead of I think this will work, and then you're just throwing whatever at the wall and hoping that something sticks. Before I started what I actually consider the genesis of my YouTube journey, because I started to put together a system for myself, and system, SYSTM, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. I created a system for myself starting January 30th, 2024. In October, I made the decision to go all in on YouTube. November, December, after I made that decision in October, I studied the platform. I wasn't just consuming YouTube content. I was literally studying the platform for hours per day. I read a couple books on YouTube, took a course or two on YouTube. I was studying the platform, right? Then I realized that it simply just comes down to three things in order to actually garner the right attention from the right people, which will generate leads, which you will convert those leads into sales for your digital products and whatnot. It comes down to these. The hook is everything. You have to hook people in literal seconds, and actually not even seconds. You probably have like 0.5 seconds, like a half a second to hook somebody. Now, when you say hook, a lot of times people, they're just thinking of the first words that they say in a video, but it doesn't matter what you say in a video if nobody clicks on it. So the two determining factors on if you are going to grow the right audience on YouTube is click-through rate, which I say a good percentage for click-through rate percentage will be 5%. If you get a 5% click-through rate minimum, that's a target that I started to shoot for starting January 30th of 2024 when I started everything that I'm doing now. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are going to grow. And then the second thing is average view duration, right? Are people actually watching the video that they click? So click-through rate shows that you're making something that somebody wants to watch because they're clicking on it. Average view duration means that you're actually making good videos because people are watching it for an extended period of time. But the hook starts right here with the click. So many people are thinking that the hook starts with what they actually say. And like I said, you only have about a half a second to grab somebody's attention with their eyeball, with your packaging of your title and your thumbnail. That's where the hook actually starts. So think about how just you consume YouTube. You're scrolling the home screen initially, and then you're just not looking and reading each title and thumbnail. You're scanning the page as a whole. Your eye gets drawn to something, then you look at the title, it sells you on it, and then you click. And then you have about, I'll say 5 to 12 seconds to grab someone's attention once you pull them in with your packaging. So all that people simply want to do is they want to be assured that they are going to get what the packaging of the title and thumbnail has promised that it's going to deliver in the video. That's all that you have to do in the hook of videos. Just deliver on the click. The click is giving a promise of what somebody's going to receive. The hook in the first 5 to 12 seconds, all that you need to do is let them know that you are going to deliver on the promise that the packaging just delivered. The biggest YouTuber on the planet at the time is Mr. Beast, right? He makes entertaining content for children for real, but there's certain things that he does with hooks that can be applied to anything in any niche or any educational channel. A lot of his hooks, all that he's doing is just repeating the title. So he'll say something like, the YouTube video will be titled like, I'm locking 1,000 people in a room. Who stays the longest wins $1 million or something like that. And his hook will be 1,000 people behind him. And he simply just says, I'm locking 1,000 people in this room, and the last person that stays wins $1 million. He literally just says the same exact thing that the title is, because he understands that if people are clicking the packaging because it says that they're going to receive or get something in this video, he just has to say what it is that he's going to provide as far as entertainment in the video. So all that you need to do when you're posting is learn the formula. Hook them with the packaging, promise on the click within the first 5 to 12 seconds by either proving whatever it is that you say works or previewing whatever it is that they're actually going to get. And then to take it a level deeper, which is the third thing that's really holding people back, is that they're thinking that just saying some information is enough. That's not. We're in the information age. Everything's Googleable, YouTubeable, and AIable. People, they don't care for more information. People are actually drowning in a sea of information. And this is something that's really holding people back as far as monetizing with the right audience, with the digital product as well. They're thinking that they can just sell information. People don't buy information, they buy transformation, they buy results, and they buy new identities. But from the content perspective, it's not just about information, it's about connection, right? So connection is everything. So you can be an expert, but if people don't connect with you, then they won't come back. And being an expert or thinking that you need to be whatever this perceived expert is, that's also wrong also. That's also wrong also. I don't have to say also twice. I don't know, certain things I do just crack me up sometimes, but that's also wrong. Think about this. People, they don't teach because they're experts. People become perceived experts because they teach. Every single person that you think is an expert in whatever niche, whatever field it is, you believe in their expertise and their authority because they consistently show up and they teach, right? So get that expert stuff out of your head. But if people don't connect with who you are as an actual person and a human being and your story, then the information that you have, you could just consider it useless, because when the trust economy right now and people buy things from people that they know, like, and trust, and the key thing is trust. So how do you get people to trust you? You tell your story. For one, you consistently show up, and you don't just give information, you tell stories around it, because stories is what's going to connect with people, and people see themselves within stories. I learned this from Stan Lee. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. If you're not familiar with Stan Lee, he's the creator of Marvel. I was watching an interview of him, and he was talking about how his favorite character, which is my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. And he said so many people love Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is like one of the most, if not the most popular superhero. It's because people connect with the human story of Peter Parker as an underdog. And I never realized that about myself until I heard him say that. I was like, whoa, I really connect with this character and the whole story arc of Spider-Man, because when I'm watching a movie, watching a cartoon as a kid, playing a video game, I view myself as Peter Parker, or now Miles Morales, right? Whatever it is. I'm Spider-Man. It's like anybody could be Spider-Man. That's actually what Stan Lee said in the interview that I'm thinking of. He said, like, anybody could be Spider-Man, right? That's the same exact thing when you actually tell your story. People that have been through similar things, they're going to connect with it from their viewpoint, and they're going to identify with you and see themselves within the actual story. So yeah, I make educational content, but the thing that really started to separate me and make me stick out like a sore thumb on YouTube within my space is that I started to tell my story from my experiences. Everything isn't something to where as I'm trying to sound so perfect and, oh, I've made so much money and my first digital product made a little over $900,000 in 18 months. I built a 7-figure business. I got a community that has people getting great results. This is a strategy to do X, Y, and Z. I'll tell stories within that content that's showing people that the only reason why I know what I know how to do is from messing up for so long. Even just like this, a little bit of storytelling went into it with me talking about how I had a podcast to where I posted over 100 episodes that nobody was listening to. A lot of people could probably connect with posting consistently and seeing absolutely no results from it because they don't have any real strategy or system in place, and they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall hoping that a noodle sticks. Well, all of your lows, all of your failures, and those things that you feel embarrassed about deep down within, those are the things that are going to make you look and feel human, and actually has gravitational pull to where people start to trust you after they know and like you, right? So within this as well, another thing that you have to realize is this, which is so huge. So many people are blaming the algorithm when you don't have an algorithm problem. The algorithm simply just follows people. So eliminate the word algorithm from your vocabulary. And anytime you think algorithm, just replace it with people, because the algorithm just follows the audience. So the algorithm isn't some mystery hack. It follows simple, basic human behavior. So if people click and watch your videos, then YouTube wants to push it, because that's how YouTube makes money. Remember, it's simply just a matchmaker. It just has a pool of people that are watching certain things over here, and it has a profile on them based off of their viewing history on what it is that they like to watch. And then they have a batch of videos over here, and all that they want to do is match these videos with the people that want to watch those videos. That's it. But people aren't studying their niche and their market and seeing what people actually want to watch, so they can make that for them. So the algorithm will simply just place you in front of them. It becomes pretty simple once you understand this basic logic of it. So study your audience more than the algorithm. So many people are wasting time sitting here watching all these YouTube algorithm hacks and how to hack the algorithm and whatnot. And guess what? Those people that make those videos, they understand that that their audience is watching all that stuff. So they only make that stuff because they know that there's a pool of people watching it. Once you understand that about whatever it is that you talk about, it starts to become flat out easy to build an audience. And stop thinking that you need to have the biggest audience as well, which we'll get into this a little later with number 7, but you just need to have the right audience. You can do a lot with a little, and you can actually build a bigger business than people that have huge audiences if you're thinking of monetizing the right way with the digital product and the right offer. But along the way, you need to realize that failure is going to be a part of the process. Failure is actually a beautiful thing. I say that failure stands for finding an individual lane. The only way that you know how to do anything is by figuring out the wrong way to do stuff. That's how I've been able to build a 7-figure online business, through failure. But I don't look at it as failure. I look at it as if, okay, I just figured out another way to not get to my destination and my goal. And we have a negative connotation with failure. I truly do blame the school system for this, because your whole entire life you were taught that failing is a bad thing. I remember when I was in school, 64 and below was an F. In the real world, if you're right at something 64% of the time, you're going to be like the greatest human being that has ever walked the planet. You're going to be very rich. You will probably be the richest person on the planet by far if you are right at anything 64% of the time. But we've been conditioned through the school system that failure is wrong. And then not only that, they draw in the red letter and do a big circle around it. I should know. I got a nice little bit of those F's and failures in school and whatnot. But I'm like, man, all you got to do is be once right in the real world and you'll be successful. So stop thinking that failure is a wrong thing. And it's going to feel like you're failing for a long time, especially if you don't have a system in place, if you don't have the right strategy in place, and if you're looking at those failures as failures instead of data. So now every single failure that I get, I treat it as if it is a data point. And that's why I'm so grateful that I went on YouTube, because YouTube gives you true analytics to whereas you can move and make adjustments and pivot and move with a true sense of a strategy. So all these numbers, people are just looking at them as numbers, but they're not. They're real, actual people. And it's people, the audience, the market, telling you what they do like and what they don't like in real time. So if your click-through rate is low and it's below a 5%, that's people telling you that they don't want to watch whatever it is that you're making. That's people telling you that the way that you are positioning stuff is not interesting to them. If your click-through rate gets high to a 5% and above, then that's showing that you are packaging things to where somebody is interested in it. But if your average view duration is low, well, that's showing that you're not making good videos. That's showing that you need to work on your communication skills. Like, these things are saying something to you. They're not just numbers. And then those numbers of views that you actually do get, those are people on the other side of it as well. Stop focusing on what you don't have. You're getting 34 views. Cool. Get excited about that and be like, whoa, that's 34 people that have invested the most valuable asset that they own in life, which is their time, into sitting here and listening to me. Let me make sure that I show up for those 34 people again. Instead of like, oh, it's only 34 people. Those 34 people showed up and were listening to you in person, you would be excited about that. But then you just see a little number 34 on the screen instead of 3,400 or 34,000 or 3.4 million. You get let down, not realizing that every single person on the platform, they all start at zero. I get comments all the time. Do you have to have an audience to do this? Oh, it's crazy for you. You have an audience. Nobody starts off with an audience. You all have to start at zero. From Beyonce did not start with an audience. Taylor Swift did not start with an audience. The Rock did not start with an audience. Everybody starts at zero, including you, including me. So in this, you need to fail forward, right? And you need to be refining, you need to be reiterating and tinkering on the things that the market is actually telling you in real time and treating it as data and looking at everything as an experiment. As an entrepreneur, you're more so like a scientist instead of a business person. You need to constantly be running experiments and getting feedback loops with the market. And then with that as well, what you need to do is that you need to slow down and speed up. So something that I was doing when I was failing was that more volume. And that's what a lot of creators think as well. When I was failing with the podcast on YouTube until I started to do what I'm doing now, starting January 30th, and they had an actual strategy in place, I was thinking, okay, if this isn't working like this, then if I just post more of the same thing, then why would I think that posting more of something that's not working is going to work? That's how so many creators are thinking as well. But I said I slowed down in order to speed up. I made the decision to actually go all in on YouTube, and I took a couple of months to actually study the platform, to put a true strategy together, build a system around the offer that I had to present to the marketplace, and then actually go. And I started to get pretty much immediate growth and started to make some real life changing money in about 3 months, right? But constantly posting without any reflection, that's what leads to burnout, and it leads to mediocre results. So what you want to have is strategy and refinement. That beats volume. And with that, know that views don't always equal money. We don't want to think like a content creator. We want to think like a contentpreneur. Creators are just out here trying to get as many views as possible. They can get exhausting. Contentpreneurs are looking at content as a marketing engine, as a lead generation system to lead people to whatever it is that they have to offer. When you're thinking like this, you don't have to get the right amount of views. Not the right amount of views. You do need to get the right views, but you don't need to get the most views. You can do more with less. Remember my community 2 weeks ago, he got a $10,000 sale. He doesn't have one YouTube video that has over 30 views. The inspiration to everything that I started to do on YouTube, I came across a YouTube channel that had like a few thousand subscribers, somewhere between 5,000 to 7,000 subscribers. He had a $30,000 per month business. He only had 5,000 to 7,000 subscribers. I was like, oh, that's doable. 2 years later, he now has still a small YouTube channel, about 40,000 subscribers, but he has a 6-figure per month business. He doesn't have the most views. Usually his videos get like around 1,000 views per video over a couple weeks span. but he's only focused on getting the right views. He's a contentpreneur, not a content creator. So a lot of people that have high views, they're not making high income. Somebody else that joined my community, he had a YouTube short take off, got millions of views. I think at the time that I'm recording this, has over 4 million views. He didn't get one single lead from it. Didn't get one single sale from it. Got a lot of views though. Who are those people? Every view is not created equally. That's one reason why I quit social media 100% and went all in on YouTube. And I've built social media audiences to over 100,000 followers. I was like, man, I would much rather have 10,000 YouTube subscribers than 100,000 Instagram or TikTok followers. I've proven myself to be right. But business results, it comes from impact, not impressions, not views. So how it typically happens is that your impact, I call it the triple I effect. Your impact will build your influence. And then a byproduct of your impact and influence will be your income arise, right? Impact, influence, income, the triple I's. So when you realize that you just need to focus on coming up with a solution to somebody else's problem, and then through your content, delivering them true value to show them that you have obsessed on coming up with a solution to their problems more than they have. So you can now become a trusted authority within your space. Then you realize that YouTube rewards better, not busier. A lot of people are very busy and consistent at the wrong things. And consistency doesn't matter if you're consistently doing the wrong things instead of consistently improving on something time and time again. So just posting more on YouTube, it does not mean growing faster. You can actually grow way more with less. Better does. Better ideas, better packaging, better videos, it beats mindless volume. So here's the thing about quality and quantity, right? It's always going to be quality over quantity. But you cannot come to the realization of what quality is without quantity. So you're going to have to put out and be consistent with quantity to figure out what quality actually is. And then you can make a decision on if you want to do less things better and have higher quantity, or if you just want to have a higher quantity of quality. But consistency is a thing, but a lot of people, they don't realize that consistency and frequency are two separate things. Consistent, it means showing up and showing up weekly. You got to treat YouTube for what it actually is. It's called a YouTube channel, right? These words, they mean something. It's not called a YouTube page like an Instagram page is called. It's not called a TikTok page like a TikTok page is called. It's called a channel. Now, these words mean something. Think about a TV channel. If you were to cut on a TV channel and the television program wasn't there, what would you do? You would go and you would find some other channel that has whatever it is that you're looking for. That's how YouTube is. So you need to create a schedule for yourself to where you can consistently show up for people, because remember, when the trust economy, people buy things from people that they know, like, and trust. In any relationship, would you trust them if they don't consistently show up for you? That's the same thing with the audience that you're going to be building. If you post every single day for 2 weeks straight and then you don't show up for 3 months, nobody trusts you. They don't trust in you to show up for them. And then guess what they're going to do? Just like if I was to cut it on ESPN and didn't see sports, I'm going to find somewhere else to find my sports content, right? So we need to consistently be showing up and realize that we need to be working on getting better at something each time versus just doing the same old stuff. And I highly suggest getting started out, you post a bare minimum of 1 time per week. A nice little sweet spot would be 2 to 3, but that may not be sustainable in the long term. But remember, this is all about seasons. What you're doing right now isn't going to be something that you're doing for forever. You're going to have seasons. So whereas if you are putting out more quantity, you're doing it for the sole purpose of getting feedback and data back faster so you could learn how to actually do less things better. At the time of me recording this video, I'm posting 1 YouTube video per day. I probably won't do that long term. It's just a season that I'm in right now. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are seeing my increase in quantity and they're trying to emulate it, not even knowing the reason behind why I'm doing the experiment that I'm doing right now. And they don't even know what I'm actively working on improving each actual upload as well. And they don't know about how I'm running an experiment to share data with the members in my community that will help them grow faster so they may not have to do as much input as I'm currently doing right now. But whatever the case, there's a reason behind the so-called madness. There's a method to the madness, right? But a lot of people are trying to emulate what I'm currently doing right now without even knowing any of the logic or reasoning why I'm doing it. And they're not seeing any results at all because they're just doing the same old stuff that they've been doing that isn't working more times. That ain't gonna work. It's about better, not busier. And with this as well, this is huge. A lot of this stuff, it comes down to focus, and this is when I really started to see results. Focus beats divided attention. So like I previously said, I built social media audiences to over 100,000 followers. I had over 120,000 Instagram followers when I decided to implement everything that I'm doing on YouTube now, January 30th, 2024. I haven't been on the platform at all since. I had like 14 or 15,000 TikTok followers. Haven't been on the platform since. I had, at the time, I had experimented with paid ads. The most amount that I spent on Facebook ads in the past was a little over $100,000. I haven't paid for any ads either. I made a decision that I need to figure out how to make YouTube work for me because it's the only platform that has a compounding effect and evergreen long-term growth, right? So I made a decision and I cut off all other options. I had no audience on YouTube at all. Videos getting 30 something views like I had talked about earlier in this video. But here's the thing about focus and attention. For one, people don't realize that all of these platforms, they all have their own pretty much native ecosystem and people interact with each platform differently. So what so many people are doing, which isn't working, which is what I was previously doing as well, they're trying to make one long form piece of content and then chop that up and then post the same stuff everywhere else when people are coming to different things for different reasons. And then you're wondering why this stuff isn't working. And most people can't even figure out how to run one business successfully. And they don't realize that creating content on different platforms is basically like running different businesses. And when you have your energy split and focus split, you typically don't find success at any one thing. Focus stands for follow one course until successful. So how people's energy is set up, and people don't even realize this, just thinking burns calories, and you only have a certain amount of energy to put into thought each actual day as well. But most people's energy is split like this, and they're putting energy into so many different things that they typically don't find growth at anything. And they lose 10 times out of 10, and then they wonder from the outside looking in, how's that person so successful? When every single time that person that they find having exponential fast results, they're right here. And once I went from this to this, I started to see results pretty quickly, right? So focus it beats divided attention, and you truly have to focus and lock in on one thing to actually grow. And then if you get to a certain point, not if, when you get to a certain point, now you can make the decision on if you do want to spill over into something else, because now you have abundance and a cup runneth over, and you could have the resources of putting into other things in order to actually grow. So trying to grow on multiple platforms at once, it slowed me down. And when I truly focus simply on YouTube, my channel, it finally started to take off. And not only that, the business that I actually wanted to create around it, to whereas I feel like that I'm moving within my purpose, that started to grow as well. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to viewer experience. So viewer experience, this is what matters the most. Viewer experience, it matters more than the information. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. So many people, they're sitting there and they're thinking of the 5 steps to do X, Y, Z. Say I'm in the health niche. These are 5 steps that you can lose weight. And they sit there and they say, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. These are the 5 steps to lose weight. Step 1, you eat less. Step 2, you move your body more. Step 3, you drink more water. Step 4, you get proper rest. And step 5, you wake up and do it again. Okay, guys, that's how you lose weight. Like and subscribe. I see you on my next video. So what? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So talk as if you're talking to a friend on camera. Use some hand motion. I'm not saying to not be your authentic self, but up the you a little, like by like 10 to 15%, 20%. Give them just a little more you. You need to have a little bit of entertaining aspect to it. I call it edutainment, a mixture between educational content and entertaining content. But you need to know who it is that you're speaking to, so you know what it is that they're entertained by. So you're not just out here doing a bunch of goofy looking stuff on the internet, like all these content creators doing the dumbest stuff possible just to try to get some likes and stuff out there, right? So myself, I can use humor. I can use movie and pop culture references and the cultural references and lyrics and stuff like that, right? Like, yeah, I'm just sitting here, I'm being myself, but I'm up in the Aston up just about 10 to 12, 15%. Some videos little 20, because if I'm just sitting here and I'm just, yeah, hey guys, this is how you make money with YouTube and the digital product. If you just do that, it's not about the information. It's how I actually say it, and it's the experience that somebody gets when they're consuming one of my videos. It's the experience that people literally leave me comments on a daily basis talking about, like how it feels like I'm talking to them, because I actually am talking to them, because every single video that I make, I only make it for my former self. My avatar, who I talk to, it's just me from 2, 4, 5, and 10 years ago, right? So it's not just what you say, it's how you say it, your energy, your pacing, your tone, your presentation. That can make or break your video. And before I started to do these 10 things, like I said, I was being consistent on the platform, but I had absolutely no strategy. I got caught up and distracted in the vanity metrics of growing a big following. And the only reason that I created a podcast was so I could hopefully say something cool and chop it up and post it on Instagram and TikTok or something like that. And guess what happened? Nothing grew on any of the platforms, and my business started to tank. But as soon as I came to this realization, actually put a system in place and did not do these 10 things, started to build a business. Actually, the first business that I built, to whereas I truly feel as if I'm walking within my purpose and helping people build pretty cool businesses around the lifestyle that they want to create for themselves within their purpose as well. And if you truly are serious about turning your YouTube channel into a digital product sales system, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Credit at the Top community. I look forward to building with you, and I'll see you on the inside. But from this, Go ahead and check out this video right here about how you can not do this and actually turn a micro niche YouTube channel into a system that will save yourself time, energy, and money and have sales coming in on autopilot from the right views. It's crowded at the top.